Uh, I've never had somebody who's got unlimited money to buy unlimited points, but I know that lenders who buy a block of interest rates, sometimes there is a maximum or minimum amount of interest rate. So right now the going rate was about a 2.75, an advertised rate today. Sometimes the lowest rate out there is like a 1.99, so you'd have to buy it down from 2.75 to 1.99. You can't just buy it down so that you're at a negative interest rate or something like that. And just the recouping of that upfront cost is just not advantageous to the borrower.
Man, I was going to say, if it meant that I was going to a negative interest rate, does that mean they pay me interest back? I would love that. I'd say, yeah, you could pay it over 30 years back to me.
I know that people thought when they dropped the rates as low that we were going to have negative rates, but I've never seen it in my lifetime, and I've actually in my lifetime never seen rates as low as they are right now.
I'm just putting it out there, financial world. If there's a way to get negative rates out there, let's make this happen.
Yeah, give me a call and tell me how to make it happen. Now, I have to say, back in the 80s, I believe rates were like 18%. I think it was 83 or 84, somewhere around that, and people were still buying houses 18% interest.
Well, I also believe that there was a lot more jobs at that time, too. But besides the point, so what can I expect in a mortgage payment? Like, what's included in that whole monthly package I get from you?
So basically, you have your principal, which is your loan value principal, and then you have your interest, your homeowner insurance, which can be homeowner and then flood insurance, property taxes, and if you put down less than 20% on your home, you're going to have private mortgage insurance.
So so you say private mortgage insurance, PMI for short,
Yes.
But how long do I have that on my loan? Does it come off after a certain amount of time, or, how can I avoid it?
So by putting 20% down, you can avoid it. And then if you put less than 20, you can ask for it to be removed on the 11th year, or when you have the 20% equity in the home. So FHA, usually if you're only putting down 3.5%, it's the lifetime of the loan. But we know with FHA, if you put down 10%, you can ask for it to be removed on the 11th year. So conventional is the same way. And with conventional, sometimes the mortgage insurance percentage that the cost is a lot lower if you do a conventional loan.
Interesting. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So, Melissa, I know 2020 threw everyone for a loop, and a lot of people lost their jobs and everything, and that's a sad thing. I saw advertised all over the place, and I'm sure you got hit up with a lot of refinancing. Like, explain to us why should I reconsider doing refinancing? What are the pros, cons, anything?
Well, refinance, because rates are historically low. Most people just 3 years ago, rates were in the 5% range. So right now, rates are 2.75 advertised rate. Sometimes you'll see some lower on the bait and switch little flyers, as I call them. But it is time to refinance for sure. If you need cash out, if you need to pay off some credit cards, it is great to do so that you have a credit card at 18%, but you can take out so much money from your house and pay those off and only pay 2.75%. It's a win-win. It's not a trick question. It's something you should do. Or maybe you have a child going to college and you want to pay that in full instead of take out those student loans at 6 or 7%. It's a smart money move is refinancing homes right now. So if you have an interest rate that's higher than 4, we say it's time to call CORE.
There you go. Well, I was going to say really fast, how many times should you refinance your house? Because obviously, you don't want to keep refinancing all the time, right?
No, I mean, there are costs involved in refinancing. So what we do is we have a calculation sheet and how much it's going to cost you to refinance, to roll in all of your fees and titles, because you have to do a title search every time and record things. So we always have a calculation sheet that we use to see if it's advantageous for you. But I don't know if there's a magic number of how many times you can do it, but I know that it definitely can be good for certain homeowners.
Okay, well, we're coming down on near the end, so this is where the part of the show is where I like to give my guests the ability to tell our listeners how they can get a hold of you. So if you want to give your email, your phone number, website, go for it. It is your time.
Okay, so again, Melissa Lilly, and I am with Core Financial Home Mortgage. We are here in Bradenton. We have an office in Tampa and Sarasota. My direct phone number, 941-524-7894. My website is Lilly, Lilly, loanofficer.com. And my email is melissa@corefinancialinc.com. And I pretty much am available. I don't like to say 24/7, but it certainly seems like it lately. And I answer my phone when I'm needed. A good referral for me, of course, realtors or just anyone looking to get pre-approved for a mortgage or a refinance. I am here to help.
That is wonderful. And I actually have to give her a shout out that I'm still working with Melissa on a deal right now. And she is not lying when she says 24/7 type of scenario. I had to work with her over the weekend and we got it done.
Wait a minute, Joe. You said you had to work with me. You mean you enjoyed working with me?
I always enjoy working with you, Melissa. Come on. I had to throw that in there just to see if you could catch it. But yes, I always enjoy working with you because you bring such delight and joy to everything you do, and I love it.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Not a problem. Well, I want to thank you again, Melissa, for being a guest on my show, Socially Joe. I know there's so much more to talk about with the whole mortgage process and any other little questions that I didn't get to ask you right away. So I'm probably going to have you back on sometime soon, and we're just going to go even dive deep a little bit more one day.
That would be great. I would appreciate it. Thank you for having me so much. I appreciate it.
You are very welcome. And we're going to get our day at the VA soon.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you again for being a guest on Socially Joe, and you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. You too, Joe. Thank you.
Bye.